It's a complete shot in the arm of calm. It's a veteran player who's awesome, and it signals something, I think, from and to the entire organization. We are win now, and we are going to play with elite players and adults. That's the other thing.
Yep.
What a year ago today felt like.
Crickets?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, a lot of crickets.
Right. And actually, the noises being made were not landing planes. They were planes that were taking off, planes that were leaving SFO.
Or those that were just flying overhead and not landing or taking off, you know?
And it's an irrational feeling, but it's not a good one. In fact, Albert Breer just sent something out a short time ago that was kind of funny. He goes, remember, if your team hasn't done anything here in these first 5 hours of free agency, your GM is asleep at the wheel, your coach does not care, your owner is cheap, and you are headed for the basement.
Right.
Which is obviously sarcastic and not true, but I get it. It feels that way as a fan. You like, come on, man. Chop, chop. The party is starting. We're late. You got to go to the party. Get dressed. Do your hair. Let's go. And so Mike Evans is not only doing something, but it's a message. That's a win now player. He wouldn't come here and they wouldn't sign him unless the 49ers were signaling we're going for it this year.
Yeah, and I'll take it one step further, and I'm just going to play right into your hands because you're going to love what I'm going to say.
Oh, I know what you're going to say, and I already love it.
He wouldn't sign here if he didn't think that Kyle Shanahan was awesome and that Brock Purdy was a good quarterback.
Yep.
If you're Mike Evans and you're leaving Tampa after 12 years and you want to go somewhere and win, you go somewhere where the coach is really good and the quarterback is good at throwing the football. And so you look here and you look at Shanahan and that offense and you think, I like what you're doing there, Kyle. And you look at the quarterback and you say, yeah, you can throw it. You can throw it to me. And so if you don't believe that Shanahan is any good, or if you're not the president of Brockistan, which you are, Mike Evans is on board with what you've always said. Kyle's really good, and Brock is also really good.
Look, I know that sports fandom.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
That was for you.
No.
Giving you your flowers.
You are now invited to my party.
Sweet.
Sports fandom doesn't work this way. We all get mad at our teams. That's what we're doing here. And so I'm never going to get in the way of that. But I'll tell you what, it's been a hell of a year for Kyle Shanahan. And I mean that in terms of even like maybe a year and a half. The calendar year plus, let's think about it. Kyle Shanahan got votes for Coach of the Year. He didn't win it, but he ends up in the second round of the playoffs with all of those injuries. He's got now two quarterbacks who are not his quarterback. Two quarterbacks who are not his quarterback, who are parading around the league, finding microphones, telling everybody, yeah, I've been in the league for a while. Turns out I had no flipping clue what I was doing until I got around Kyle Shanahan. One of them went off and won the Super Bowl this year. The other one is his backup quarterback, who at this hour they're not going to get rid of. And I don't think he is going to go anywhere. And actually, your clue on that is the money that Malik Willis got.
Yep.
It's lower than people thought, I think. I don't think that this season for quarterbacks, it's not great if you don't have one and you're almost just better off kind of just stick and stay with whatever you got. If you're going to put somebody bad out there, I don't know, tank. But there just isn't that game changer free agency-wise. And even in the draft, I'm sure the Raiders will grab Mendoza and go from there. But it's just not great. So I think the Niners are going to hold on to Mac Jones. Could be wrong, but we'll see. But you've got two quarterbacks out and about saying this to anyone who will listen. And then I agree with you. Things like what Mike Evans just did, I wish, and I don't need to because it doesn't matter, but I would like to be hired as the campaign manager to go on a tour to tell you all, just stop it with Kyle. He's the dude. The league thinks he's the dude. You can think otherwise. Yeah. You're allowed to. The league thinks, Rick Stroud just said it to them too. As far as offense, that's not a dude, it's the dude. You have the dude. And so I'm thankful. I'm thankful that the 49ers have him.
There were 50 votes for Coach of the Year, and he got 6 of them. Kyle Shanahan did first place, and Rick Stroud was one of them.
Yep.
He came on and said, I voted for him for Coach of the Year. And, actions always speak louder than words, and the actions of Mike Evans, who didn't leave Tampa based on money. He didn't get more money here. They weren't trying to lowball him. He just wanted to go somewhere else. And when you go somewhere else, you get to pick your spot when you're Mike Evans, and he chose this one because the coach, and also, I believe, because the quarterback. And so, yeah, the Niners wide receiver room got upgraded, and whether or not it's Mike Evans is the one or, Pearsall is the one, it doesn't even matter.
No.
You put Mike Evans out as the boundary X. Yeah. Shout out Greg Cosell. He plays the X. Pearsall can move and, play the other spots on the line and be a lot more effective. And now your passing offense from a wide receiver standpoint got a lot better today.
The signing is just volume. It's absolute and total volume.
Volume, not volume.
Not value and not volume. Volume.
Gotcha.
Can you all feel that?
It might be all three, actually.
It might be.
It might be value.
But can you feel that volume? Understand, every Niner fans are like, y'all, we're peacocking today. Yeah, that's right. We're involved in free agency. We got Mike Evans. You still have no idea who your left guard is. You still have no idea who your pass rusher opposite Bosa is. You don't even know when the hell Bosa, Michael Williams, or George Kittle are going to be available.
Yeah, true.
Christian McCaffrey's still about to be 30 and coming off of 8 billion touches. These things are all true, but we're peacocking because we're like, yeah, we got Mike Evans. It's a great signing. It's just step one. They've got all kinds of things to do. They've got a draft to conduct. I get it, but that's for me, that's what I mean by it's not just Mike Evans. It's the idea of Mike Evans. It's a complete shot in the arm of calm. It's a veteran player who's awesome, and it signals something, I think, from and to the entire organization. We are win now, and we are going to play with elite players and adults. That's the other thing.
Yep.
Brandon Ayuk, see you later. We're going to get a professional in here and play football. And stop messing around and doing YouTube videos when we're supposed to be prepping for Philly. That's the whole thing feels like volume to me.
Yeah, and the evolution of them as drafters and as people who acquire players, and that's John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan. You go back to the early days, and it was Reuben Foster with a late first-round pick, and you already knew that he was kind of a knucklehead coming in, and he did knucklehead things, and he was all gone, and that's the way that one went. And you mentioned Brandon Ayuk, and that's kind of a similar situation. And, you have other players who've come in and not acted, quote, the right way. And so it hasn't really worked. But now you get Mike Evans in, somebody who Rick Stroud said is an absolute, not only is he a solid grown man, but somebody who's going to help the community, and you're going to love him.
A-plus player, A-plus human being. Why does that matter to y'all? Do you, especially in football, I don't want to act like we know these guys. Plus, I don't know. The sport of football is just controlled maniacs, all of them. You know what I mean? You have to be 2 cups of crazy in order to even play this game. So I'm not going to act like everybody's choir boys. I don't think that exists. We're not doing milk and cookies and orange slices at halftime. But does it matter to you that the 49ers seem to value the no knucklehead idea? You're not going to always be right. Sometimes you're going to evaluate someone and be like, not a knucklehead. And then it's like, oh, actually, turns out if I give him $30 million a year, he's a complete knucklehead. So you're going to be wrong sometimes, but I don't know. Maybe everybody tries to value that. I don't know, but the 49ers seem to really at least attempt to value that.
Yeah, and I think that it's important because then you get a locker room where, you're going to be able to trust guys and you can rely on guys to actually show up and, not go rogue and have their own independent agendas. And Mike Evans was there for 12 years, and in 11 of the 12 years, 11 in a row, he had 1,000 yards. And, according to Rick Stroud from Tampa, the reporter who joined Steiny and Goo, a guy who never really said, I want the ball or I'm not getting my touches and all the rest of it. So all those little things, if you want to be a good community guy, that's fine. That doesn't really matter to me. I mean, it shows that you're a good character person, and that's kind of cool. But if you're here and you're not getting the ball and you win and you're not complaining, that to me is what I want.
See, I'm with you. If you're an A-plus person, that's great. If you connect with the fans at a big level like Kittle has, that's awesome. Fred Warner, perfect. I'm not going to act like I know you outside the thing, but it matters to me from the standpoint of I don't want this to go down an Ayuk road or a Reuben Foster road. For football reasons.
Yeah.
I want you to be a solid-based human being and good teammate because games get messed up when you're not. So